Sunday Nativity. Faith over fear. Welcome. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for your support.
Have you ever felt completely alone, even surrounded by people? Like life has pulled the rug out from under you, leaving you orphaned by loss, betrayal, or a world that keeps spinning without you. Maybe a relationship ended, a job vanished, or grief hit so hard that even your closest friends couldn't reach the ache inside. In our hyper-connected yet deeply isolating world of endless scrolls, deadlines, and distractions, this orphan feeling creeps in more than we admit. But 2,000 years ago, on the eve of the greatest crisis his followers would ever face, Jesus spoke straight into that exact pain with a promise that has never expired. It's a promise that turns every abandoned heart into one that is never alone, and it's as fresh and powerful for you today as it was then. Let's step into that upper room in Jerusalem. The oil lamps flicker, casting warm shadows across stone walls still fragrant with the Passover meal, roasted lamb, bitter herbs, and fresh bread. The disciples, these ordinary men who had walked with Jesus for 3 years, sit in stunned silence. Judas has already slipped into the night to betray their master. Jesus knows what's coming: arrest, mockery, a Roman cross. He has washed their dusty feet in humble love, spoken of his departure, and watched fear etch lines on their faces. Peter, the bold one, looks shaken. Thomas wrestles with doubt. John leans close, heart pounding. These men are about to lose the one who was their everything, their teacher, their friend, their hope. They feel the orphaning already beginning. Yet in that heavy moment, Jesus doesn't focus on his own suffering. With steady compassion in his voice, he looks them in the eyes and says, "If you love me, you will keep my commands. And I will ask the Father, and he will give you another advocate to help you and be with you forever, the Spirit of truth." The world cannot accept him because it neither sees him nor knows him. But you know him, for he lives with you and will be in you. I will not leave you as orphans. I will come to you. John 14, verses 15 through 18. These are not vague religious words. This is Jesus' unbreakable guarantee. The word advocate is the Greek paraclete, one who walks beside you, counsels you, strengthens you, defends you in every trial. Not a distant force, but a person, the Holy Spirit, the very Spirit of truth. He won't be with them only for a season like Jesus' physical presence had been. He will be with them forever, living inside them, closer than breath. The disciples couldn't fully picture it yet. How could the helper replace the man they could see and touch? But Jesus tied it to love and action. If you love me, you will keep my commands. Love isn't emotion alone. It's obedience that flows from the heart. For them, that meant trusting his words even when everything looked lost. And because of that love, the Father would send the Spirit, not as a replacement, but as an even greater presence. 50 days later, at Pentecost, the promise exploded into reality. A sound like rushing wind filled the house. Tongues of fire rested on each believer. The same fearful men poured into the streets, empowered, speaking truth boldly. The church was born, and the Spirit has never left his people since. Now watch how this ancient promise collides with your everyday life today. Maybe a dad in a noisy city, just like so many of us. After a spouse suddenly leave, the orphan ache swallowed someone whole. Bills stacked up. Kids ask questions no answers for. Friends meant well, but their texts faded. The world offered quick fixes: scroll, shop, numbed out, but nothing touched the loneliness. On sleepless night, open an old Bible. On verse 18, "I will not leave you as orphans. I will come to you." The words hit like a warm embrace in the dark. Tears came. "Jesus, if loving you means trusting you and walking in your ways even through this, then I'm in. Send your helper." In that moment, peace settled over, not erasing the pain, but giving strength to carry it. Week by week, the Spirit of truth became a constant advocate. When grief lied and said, "You're alone forever," the Spirit reminded him of Jesus' own suffering and resurrection hope. When tough parenting decisions loomed and anyone can feel unqualified, the Spirit gave wisdom that surprises everyone. At work, when an easy ethical shortcut could have paid the bills faster, the Spirit gently convicted him to choose integrity instead. In quiet prayers when words failed, the Spirit interceded with groans too deep for words, bringing comfort no human could offer. Build the patience you never possessed before. Joy wasn't forced, it overflowed. This isn't just story. It's the story of countless people right now. The college student facing peer pressure to compromise finds the Spirit giving courage to stand firm with grace. The single mom juggling 2 jobs and exhaustion hears the Spirit whisper reminders of God's commands and feels fresh strength to love well. The executive in a cutthroat meeting senses the Spirit guiding his words so truth prevails without compromise. The retiree in a quiet room, feeling forgotten by a busy family, experiences the Spirit's presence filling the silence with unexplainable peace. Why does this promise feel so relevant, so perfectly timed for our world? Because human hearts haven't changed. We still battle isolation in crowded cities. We still chase truth in a sea of opinions, fake news, and shifting standards. The world cannot accept the Spirit because it lives by what it can see, control, and measure. But for anyone who loves Jesus enough to keep his commands, loving God fully and loving others sacrificially, the Spirit becomes real, living inside you, guiding your steps, comforting your hurts, empowering your ordinary days. Jesus didn't leave us orphans then, and he hasn't left us orphans now. The same advocate who walked with the disciples walks with you through every late-night worry, every unexpected loss, every confusing decision. Love him by obeying his word, not as a checklist, but as the natural response of a heart that knows it's never alone. Ask the Father today for a fresh filling of the Spirit of truth. Watch him make the invisible visible, producing love where anger lived, joy where sorrow lingered, peace where anxiety ruled. This is the captivating heart of John 14, verses 15 to 18. Jesus looked into fearful eyes and spoke to us all. Today, in your upper room, your apartment, your car, your quiet moment, he says the same, I will not leave you as orphans. I will come to you. Galatians 5, verse 22, the Apostle Paul stated the fruit of the Spirit. The Spirit grows love that puts others first, even when it's hard. He brings joy that rises above circumstances. He gives peace that calms storms of worry. Forbearance, patient endurance, helps us stay steady when life tests us. Kindness softens our words and actions toward difficult people. Goodness leads us to do what is right. Faithfulness keeps us reliable and true. Gentleness makes us humble and tender. And self-control empowers us to master our impulses instead of being controlled by them. This is the fruit of the Spirit always available. When the Holy Spirit lives in you, these qualities become your new normal.